Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack Productions. Today, Bancroft be joined once again by Jimmy, Nick, and like always, Fluff.
Again, why do I always have to be here for the goddamn green matches?
Because it's your favorite color. Why are you even asking?
And I think half the people at the shop were playing green this weekend.
My favorite color is pink.
Yeah, well, at least three of us were playing green, I think, weren't we?
At least.
Me, Trevor, and Nick.
At least.
Yeah. Today's matchup is Fluff versus Nick. This is actually, it's kind of hard to say. This is actually the last round. This match kind of determines the winner. But this match also kind of determines if it's going to be a fourth round. We won't go into details there. It's weird. But today's matchup is Nick's hand control. I forget what leader this is. It's Goku, obviously. Clash Code, thank you. Versus Yellow's Gotenks. Guys, let's take it away.
I just want to take a minute to say off the rip that I personally, as a player, have to get more repetitions against green matchups. They tilt me so much. As you just saw, I just tried to attack with my leader on turn 1. Because I'm so personally tilted by this, by just the thought of this match.
Yeah, I legitimately thought it was a joke at first, but you're just so desperate to get cards in your hand. I asked you at the end of the match. I was like, "Hey, were you just joking, right?" And you're like,
No. I'm so. Are we past 30? I'm so fucking tilted when it comes to green.
I usually like to say something like before the 30 seconds to make Bancroft bleep it.
I don't always bleep it, though.
Also, I hope we hit ad revenue off this match.
At least we got something out of it, right?
But I would say that trade out wasn't a bad for a turn 1, though. Giant Ball kind of traded out the card you had to discard, and you got to put Poutine on the board, which is really good on kind of tapping certain cards ahead of time. And you've played against Nick's Clash 2 hand control deck, so I assume your target is not the battle card. Okay.
It's not the battle card. It's put as much pressure on the leader as possible. And then use an unarmed Basil to try and get rid of the Vegeta.
Which got you a draw and play, and now if he wants to protect the card, he would have to expend resources from his own hand. So, I mean...
It is going to cause him... And it's going to cause him to lose a swing with his leader if he wants to try to get rid of that Basil.
But it's kind of okay if I don't get my leader draws. You're going to be hitting me a lot because you out of all people know the matchup pretty well, and you know just to rush down the leader. So I'm going to see my life in my hand pretty regularly. So I'm not too worried about cards just yet. And normally the way my turns go is turn 2 I like to establish the Bardock Unison with a 1-drop to start the more of the hand control loop, but I don't think I saw one in my starting hand, so that's why I went with the rebrand, just to get more hand control pressure that way. And tapping out turn 2 was fine for me. I didn't mind it.
It's hard to decide what to charge, because you want to keep cards that are going to draw and filter through the rest of your deck when you're playing against hand control. So I find that this is one of the more difficult choices that I have to make. Of course, if this were best of 3, I would side in Draw Apes, I would side in Deborah, and stuff like that, just to try to stop it. There he goes comboing off another Ribriand, so I feel the pressure off that. I know that I'm not going to awaken this turn. I'm not afraid of him killing me, so I just want to provide some type of pressure. And he could either decide to try to pressure this Unison, or he could try to pressure my life.
And I will say...
And knowing the way that Nick plays, I know that putting the Unison out is just going to put a bullseye there, which will preserve my life total.
And I will say, though, where Nick chose to swing at a battle card and not you, because he likes to keep his opponent from getting life early on, your leader's pretty good where it takes a life and draws a card. yes, the Rubians can be a cycle for you in that case, though. But you got more resources in your hand, give you more options to choose what to discard.
Yeah.
But in this case, as you can see, with the leader, at least my leader, since it's so old, the wording was so weird on it. Like, if in order to get the draw effects off unawakened, you have to swing at a leader card. So I wasn't even able to do the burst draw too. I just kind of it's such an easy thing to forget because we're in a modern day where leaders can pretty much do anything they want to. So it's easy to forget the restrictiveness of some of the older leaders.
So here it should technically does the leader front side also give the draw off extra cards?
It gets the draw off extra cards, which I got.
No, you did not. Unfortunately, you missed the draw there because you took a life and then you drew for your leader swing, but you didn't draw a secondary card for the auto.
Yeah. So I missed that, and again being tilted. Actually, I drew it there. I did draw the card because I just drew an extra card.
Okay, you just did it at a different time.
Yeah.
Now this is a really good card to be able to put out pretty early, or not? I guess it's turn 4. It's not really early, but I mean,
I do miss this one.
And hitting a super combo, man.
Yeah, so I did miss the draw on that one, which, as you'll see, ends up being and playing out and being pretty important.
But yeah, at this point, I didn't want to waste my whole hand because you still have 4 open energy and your Unison still attacking with a dual attacker. I figured it would be better just to I couldn't even see. This was another part that actually messed me up a little bit too because you didn't call the Spirit Boost when you swung with the Goku. So that's why I decided just to take it instead of using the super combo in that case. Because technically I shouldn't have been able to do that.
And there you corrected from that point, yeah.
Yeah.
There's the second attack.
Yep.
And how many cards are in your hand right now?
I have like 3, I think. We'll see here because I combo out essentially everything that I can here. The card that I would have drawn, had I remembered that effect, would have given me 1 more battle card to combo with, and Nick wouldn't have been able to hit the combo there. So Nick survived because I forgot to draw on the EDK.
Which really rough in the situation.
Yeah. So it's ultimately my fault, and I deserve that since I forgot the effect. So like, just let that be a lesson. All I have in my hand is a giant ball. Giant ball does nothing against Unisons. It's not a negate, doesn't stop the attack. So I'm just I am where I'm at. He hits me with a double strike on the Unison that's a crit, and then he swings leader, double strikes me, and there's nothing that I can do, so I just lose at that point.
That's today's video. Hope you all enjoyed. Buttons down below and on the screen.
Hey, I just want to say this was just so refreshing. It's so relaxing after seeing this because all I've heard for weeks on end is, hey, yo, you got to watch out for Fluff. He's coming for the title. He's coming for the title. And like I always said, he's a great player, but when it comes to the matches that matter, he just drops the ball. Forgetting the mottos just proves that, I'm the champion, and if Fluff's #1 contender, then I hate to see anybody else under him.
Wait, so does that make me contender now?
No, you play green.
What?
See, you're just a coward. You're afraid to put it up against anyone. And you know what? I figured out what it is. I figured out where your lack of self-confidence stems from. Your teeth are so fucked up that you could eat an apple through a fence.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Like, you know,
And, like-
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna make fun of how you look, you know.
It's not how you look. It's just
Guys, hang on. Save for the pay-per-view, okay? Let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Nick, you want to close it out?
Yeah, green's the best color in the game. Don't at me. Read your cards, know your plays. Let us make the mistakes so you don't have to. Fluff out.